Hey up guys, welcome to An Idiot Mod Skyrim, Part 14, Suited, Booted and Blooded. Today we're going to be installing a sister mod to one we installed a couple of episodes ago, along with a kill move and enhanced blood mod. So let's go along to the Nexus and see what's in store. And the first one for today is the sister mod to Immersive Weapons, Immersive Armors by Hoth Trooper 44. And this mod does exactly the same as Immersive Weapons did to the weapons by adding a large amount of new armours to the game. A full list can be found here in the readme, and there are several special suits like the Alduin scale armour. I don't think you can actually make the Alduin scaled armour until you've done the main quest in the game. But let's go back to the description, and the mod this time adds over 50 new sets of armour, over 60 including variants, tons of additional non-set helmets, and 396 new shields. And also does eye patches, which I didn't know at the time when I first started my playthrough and downloaded the Sharikan's Bandit one. I think I'll leave it in as it is anyway. All these are craftable, upgradable, enchantable, and are integrated into the game in the leveled lists as quest rewards, placement in dungeons, and or onto specific characters. And there is an MCM menu so that you can pick whether they are distributed throughout the lands. There's no special instructions when it comes to installing this one. So let's go on to files. And we want Immersive Armors version 8. There is a big warning on this, guys, as it is nearly a gig in size. But I'm going to download with Manager. Second mod for today, and one I would say is optional, is Bucklers, Shields and Other Armours by Vincentarius. As with the eye patch, I downloaded this before I downloaded Immersive Armors in the first place and didn't realise that there are bucklers in Immersive Armors. But now, as this is part of my load order, I'm going to have to download it anyway. The choice is yours on this one. There's a full list of all the bucklers that he's added. He does state that he has fully tested this mod and can say with 100% confidence that you can forge and upgrade all these shields and armours. And installation should be a standard one. So let's go along to files and get this one downloaded too. And not only is this an optional download, there are also two options here. The first one is Bucklers Complete, which is the one I had, which not only adds the buckler shields but also some heavy and light armours, or they're just the bucklers by themselves. I'm going for the complete set. Third one for today is the Dance of Death, a kill move mod by Daedalus AI. I would draw your attention here to where the mod author states, "Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to offer you an alternative to the Dance of Death for your kill moving pleasure." And the mod is Violence, a kill move mod by Irokel. And it offers the same functions as the Dance of Death. It's just that, unlike this mod, the author for that mod is active and keeps updating that mod. This one hasn't been updated in over 10 months. That doesn't mean I'm not installing it, because as this is part of my load order for my playthrough to carry on, I'm going to reinstall this version, and in the future I may move over to Violence. As you can see, I am tracking it, so I can install this at a later date, but for the time being I will be installing the Dance of Death. If you want to go straight over to this mod, it seems like it's a standard install handled by Mod Organizer as usual. And I suppose while I'm here, I might as well download it and give it a test, because I know I'm going to be going back to Dance of Death anyway. Let's go into Files and download the latest version with Manager. I have SkyUI and SKSE. Continue with my download. I am going to download the Dance of Death. There are no special instructions for this one, so I can go straight along to Files, and we have a choice of three. We have the Dance of Death 4.0 plain, which is just for Skyrim by itself, or there's one for Dawnguard, or the Ultimate Edition that requires both Dawnguard and Dragonborn. So I'm going with option 3. Yes, I have Dawnguard, SkyUI and Script Extender. Continue with my download. And then we're on to the final mod for today, and one that goes rather well with the Dance of Death, and that is Enhanced Blood Textures by DD Finder. And this mod does exactly what it says on the tin. It enhances the way blood looks on the floor, on the walls, everywhere. And the description of this one is bloodier combat experience with higher resolution and detailed textures. Additional features such as decapitation kill move spasms, blood drops when low health, more blood depending on how much damage is done, blood pools, and green blood for spiders and oil for machines. And you can customise certain features by using the MCM menu. There is a list of recommended mods to go with this one. I must admit I have been interested in the realistic ragdolls with force for a while, so I may think about that one in the very near future. And also the removal of that no spinning death animation sounds interesting as well. As a matter of fact, I'm going to middle mouse that one. And it's already on my track list anyway. Back to enhanced blood textures. Installing should be fine. Because my last version was 3 point something, I'm fine just to go straight over the top of the old version with the new version. Let's go on to files and get this one downloaded too. We're definitely going to need the main file, so I'm going to download that now. I want to look through the optional files, see if there's anything there. No screen blood. Well, I quite like having the blood on the screen. Old splatter textures. Well, I haven't seen the ones that are in here yet, so I'm not bothered about that. So maybe the other blood ESP tweaks may be worth a look at a later date. For the time being, let's make do with the main file and see if we want to tweak it later. Right, so we have all the files that we want downloaded. Let's go into Mod Organizer and get them installed. Right, so in the new look Mod Organizer, I'm still not quite used to it yet. I do like these, the contents telling you what things carry inside them. It's very clever. I'm going to have to do another housekeeping episode at some point and do some bits and pieces in here, because this lot needs tidying up properly to get them in the correct sort of what overwrites what order at some point, so we'll have to get that done. But in the meantime, on to downloads, and starting with the Immersive Armors, so double click. This may take some time to extract. It does have an installer that asks you one question, not really worth the wait, so I'm going to fast forward this bit. And here is our one question. If you use the UMP body mod, then tick the UMP option on the left. Well, it's on the right. I don't use the UMP body mod anyway, so I'm just going to click install. And once again, this may take a while. Fast forward. And then we can enable that one. And the next one is bookless complete, so double click again. And this time we have no data on the top level. So click this little arrow here. There's our data folder. Click to highlight. Right click. Set as data directory. Now looks good. Click OK. And enable that one. Now I will be installing the Dance of Death. But since I'm still testing at the moment, I'm going to skip it for the time being. We're going down to violins and have a look at that one, because I might move to it if my load order can take the strain. So let's have a look at it anyway while I'm testing. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to be saving any of my saves from here anyway, so it's okay. And we have choice of core files. Do we want them to be loose files or BSAs? Well, I'm going to use BSA version, I think. The plugin that is required, well, legendary. Do I use Requiem? No, I don't. Right, JC containers. It says it requires them, so I'm going to leave them to install. 3 pre-made customized kill moves: vanilla, violence matched, and violence mixed. Yeah, we'll go for customized kill moves. Like I said, this might not be in my load order for long, so it's just a case of we're going to give it a go. And install. And enable that. And finally, enhance blood textures. Double click. And this does have an installer. And we get to choose. Do we have Dark Guard and Dragonborn? Well, yes I do. I don't have immersive creatures or monster mod. No, I don't have any of those. Do we want the larger splatter size, or do we want the reduced splatter size? We want the large ones, I think. Do we want reduced size of wounds? No. I want big ones, thank you very much. Do we want it high res, reduced res, or minimum res, and in default, darker or brighter? Bright's a bit too bright, isn't it? Darker does look a bit more sort of semi-congealed. I'll go with default on the high res for the time being. Do we want blurry screen blood? So that's how it looks when it's blurred, and that's just a normal speckle as it goes. Go on, we'll give it a go. Next. Alternate textures. Do we want optional alternate reduced blood textures? No. I think I'll stick with the ones that come. These are the normal ones. These are the reduced ones. I want the biggest blood splatter possible. And install. And we can enable that one. Right, now we're going to have to do some sorting. I'm going to put Immersive Armors up with Immersive Weapons. And the question is, where do I want to put my bucklers? Do I want to put it above or below? Because I think if we double click the mod and go to conflicts, this is overwriting Immersive Armor's bucklers. Do we want these bucklers or do we want Immersive Armor's bucklers? I've installed it, I might as well use theirs, so let's stick it just underneath Immersive Armors, so these textures will overwrite these textures. And for where these two go, just go to plugins, and what I'll do is I'll run loot and see where loot puts these, so we know roughly where in our load order they should come. Okay. What does enhanced blood textures overwrite anyway, before we go over there? Oh, it's just in the high res texture pack, so they can go pretty much anywhere really. Well, for the time being I'm going to put them above purity. And then where is purity is ESP. Let's pull it down to the bottom and lock it, and do the same with Frostfall, which is there, so we can lock that one as well, and then run loot. Yeah, I know there's a new release of loot available. I will update that at the same time I do my next housekeeping episode, so I'll do all those in one go. For the time being, just sort plugins and apply, and then close. Now I can go in game and have a look at these new bits and pieces that we've added and see if everything's working. Right, so enhanced blood textures initialized, violence installed, version 2.1 legendary, configuring immersive armors now. And this may take a while for the MCM menus and stuff to kick in, so first thing we'll do is go up to see Yorland. I think there's a shield paint station up here to show you. Hey Yorland! Yeah, we now have a paint station, so if you have a round shield, so I will steal this one, and then I will equip it. So it's a painted iron shield, there you go. Now I'm going to activate the shield, and it says this is Immersive Armor shield painting rack. You may wish to be in third person for the best view. Warning, place an item on this rack will destroy any enchantment on it and remove any tempering on it. So third person, let's go a little bit closer and activate the shield rack, and there's our shield. And now you get to choose what the pattern is on it, so by clicking next, and it goes through several patterns till you get to one that you like the look of. Well, that's quite a nice blue. And there's lots and lots of different ones. I'll go with the green one. And we're done. Now as you can see, my character has the painted shield that was on there. So I'm unique again. Yorland, you've changed your outfit. you had totally bare back when we came up, and now you've got sort of raggedy clothing on. I guess Immersive Armor is working. Are you still here?
There's been word of some trouble nearby. I'm on my way to investigate.
You've been stood here that long, you've changed your outfit. However, the bad guys are still here, so we can have a go at them. In the knee. Did we get him done? No, she's there. Oh, blood drops everywhere. And splatter. And you are wearing... Well, I don't think that's normal, is it? Are those? Proof we're getting some armour going through the level lists. Will you stop knocking people off they're here? How am I supposed to loot them when they're down there without falling off again? Did we get the chieftain? We did, didn't we? We did. What has he got? Well, he's got Apotheus armour. Well, that's not standard either. I don't think the unarmoured gloves and boots are vanilla either. So yeah, they're definitely working their way through. Right, so I suppose now is as good a time as any to sort out our MCM menus. As soon as they've just come in. More configuration. We'll go for the first one, which is going to be enhanced blood textures. And there's only one page. It's enabled. How much blood spatter on screen at one time. How big it is. I'm happy with this as it sets up by itself. If you do want to uninstall this mod, you follow directions here, where you click this and exit all menus after clicking this, wait for the message box, make sure that you're in a location where there are no other blood decals, make a clean save or else the MCM menu will not reset. So your best being inside a building, preferably one that's nice and peaceful, so something like Dragon's Reach or one of your homes or any of the bars and pubs around, and then you click that to uninstall it. And let it run its course. Once it tells you can do it, make a save. Immersive Armors is next. And we have armour options. As I was saying before, Alduin Scale Armour I don't think is available until you've done the main quest. And it will not be distributed around Skyrim by default. If you want it to be distributed, click this and it should do. Same with the Akvari Samurai Armour. I think there's a couple of others that are not going to be found on people, like the Falkreath armour. Well, that sort of makes sense. It shouldn't really be outside Falkreath, really. The Paladin armour. I thought there was more than that. Oh yes, and the Hedge Knight armour will not be distributed throughout Skyrim. And shield options are pretty much absolutely everywhere, with the exception of painted spike Tages. And you can't even make those normally. And the Griddle Green Aegis shield will not be distributed anywhere other than, I'm guessing, in the Gulder Green area. Guessing that's where you're going to find that one. As you can see, bucklers are on, as are faction shields, so that means shields that are aligned to the certain factions. In the extra options, you get to change how certain things are handled. So if you're a heavy armour person, but you want to wear an armoured fur hood, you can change it from light to heavy, and from now on when you make it, it will be regarded as heavy armour. I'll leave it as default for the time being, and you get the ability to break down armours. I'm not using an alternate start. Remove the quest and gameplay based requirements for crafting armour. So if you wanted to make Alduin's armour earlier, you could click this and it would allow you to do it by default. And you can also change the colour of certain armours as you go through. So like the Vagabond armour is red by default, you can change it to dusk. I'll leave these to you guys to change to how your heart desires. Let's go have a look at the Violence one, which is the one I'm sort of interested in because I've never used it. I hate when this happens. If this does happen to you guys, if you come out of menus completely and then just go back in, that normally resets them. There you go. Melee and ranged. And let's have a look. So if it's matched, the kill moves can be triggered by you and non-player characters to match the corresponding weapon type, which is default. Mixed triggered kill move triggered by you and your NPCs will be a mix of different weapon types. Or you can have customized so you get to pick certain ones for certain weapons, or off so no one can trigger kill moves. While I'm happy to leave that as it is, advancing kill moves. So if we turn it on, kill move animations where you advance on your enemy can be triggered, or only by your last enemy, or off, they cannot be triggered at all. So I'm going to turn that on. Kill move chance and dragon kill move chance, I'm going to leave them at 100, and I'll leave the rest of these stuff on. Player kill move immunity, I'm quite happy to let the bad guys kill me in the same way I kill them. If it comes to decapitations, that's fine. Mace decapitations. It's a blunt instrument. Can it really knock someone's head off? I suppose it's how fast and how hard it hits somebody. Yeah, I suppose it's fair enough, we can do that. Decapitations. Decapitations can be triggered without perks. With perks, decapitation moves need to be Savage Strike or Devastating Blows to trigger it. Or off, decapitations can't be triggered. On. Thank you very much on that one. Kill moves can be triggered by magic attacks, sometimes by archery attacks default. Archery kill moves can be triggered by archery attacks, rarely by magic attacks, or off, ranged ones cannot be triggered. That will be on then, and on archery, thank you. Kill move 100 chance. Toggle magic archery or off with a hotkey. I'm not bothered about that, thank you. Last enemy restriction, I suppose with a bow and arrow it sort of makes sense. And we can reset all these to default just by clicking here. Right. So that's all the mods configured. And Immersive Armor has finished configuring as well. Right, so I've given Ilya the Spellbinder's Runic Armor. It's heavy armor and it makes her look a bit more badass. Let's get her a cloak at some point. And Inigo, who I've just seen running off, there you go, is wearing the Akaviri samurai armor. Not sure. Just let's gear this one.
What is on your mind?
Try with this one.
Pooling our resources.
Well, you automatically liked it more.
What's next?
That's Crimson Vagabond armor.
Looking to stay alive?
Yeah, I think that's more you, isn't it? That's definitely more you. Get you a cloak as well, but yeah, that's definitely more you. And as for me, well, I'm wearing, to go with the rest of my outfit, Snow Bear armor. Nice and warm. A little bit more armour than the Nordic carved armour I was wearing. So we're suited and booted. Let's go find some bandits and get blooded. Right, so there's some bandits in here. There's one easy target. Shh. Running bandit. Inigo, have you changed back into that Akaviri armour again? Make your mind up, man. Why should I start running? You're the one that's dead. Where's the other archer? Come here, you. There's a dragon about. Is he going to settle down? More blood drops. Oh, someone's killed him. Thanks, Ilya. Right, you. Kill move. Yeah, something about blood on the walls, and is that spasms coming from the mod? That squishy blood is, I'm guessing. Yeah, and all that blood as well. Yep, enhanced blood features definitely does make it a little bit more gory. Come here, you. Stop picking on you in the go and... Ooh, kill move.
Recharge. I am in your way.
Yes, you are.
Sorry.
Another kill move. Again.
Mr. Dragonfly thinks it may be better if I look after him. He thinks you are reckless.
Really?
Dead in the ground. Well, dead underground anyway.
Yeah, underground's definite. Right then guys, I think I've taken up enough of your time. If this has helped, drop us a like, write us a comment, or maybe even subscribe. A big thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.